All right, let's do this tonight. Go live. I am live on all three platforms right now. Getting my notifications. uh, that I'm live streaming. Let me see how I look on YouTube. Make sure nothing is blurry. Hello, Facebook coming in. Make sure you hit like and you hit share. On Facebook, share this on your personal page. Give some hearts, show digital love as well. Periscope, swipe to your right as you all are coming in and share the broadcast. Hello, Phoenix 33, the first one to come in on YouTube. So I decided to go live tonight to really answer some of my frequently asked questions about credit and any questions you may have also about FICO 10. So let me know how I'm looking on YouTube. Not planning on having a long live stream. Hello from Houston coming in. Hello, John. Not planning on this being a long live stream tonight, but we are in different or difficult time economy wise. And with, okay, John says looking good. Great, 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 great. Make sure you all hit that thumbs up button. Phoenix 33 says, I look fabulous. Thank you so much. Phoenix, thank you so much, Mr. Mentor, coming in as well. Sometimes my internet speed is a little slow, right? It's a little slow. Thank you so much for that digital love on Facebook. All right, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not blurry. Try to stay on all platforms tonight, but if I have to log off, just know Periscope and Facebook that you can hop on my YouTube channel. Is on fire, right? Queen of Credit, getting a lot of subscribers, a lot of people coming in thirsty for credit and cash flow tips, right? Hello, 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 everyone coming in. Make sure you show some digital love and hit the thumbs up button. YouTube algorithm loves that. So let's get YouTube what it needs. Same thing with Facebook, like and share, and more people will start coming in. Hello, good evening, everyone that's coming in. So I may have to refer to my glasses on tonight. You're entering the credit classroom, right? My eyes are a little tired when you are on the laptop all the time, for the most part of the day. Hewlett Packard is my other male friend, Mr. HP. So when you're on the laptop, as much as I'm on my laptop, you have to help your eyes out as it get later on the day. Okay, someone just left a comment. I'll see what that is on my Google Chrome. So I'll figure out what that comment is. It must be about another service. All right, so frequently asked questions that I get when it comes to credit, repair, restoration, and anything you all might want to know about FICO 10. Now, again, if you're not on my YouTube channel, you won't be able to see the screen that I'm sharing. So if you visual, you probably want to log onto YouTube and you'll be able to see what I'm typing in the community engagement. So first of all, less than 5% of the population have perfect credit, right? Have perfect credit. So a perfect credit score is 850 or higher, right? Less than 5% of the population has perfect credit, in which a perfect credit score is 850 or higher. So let's just start with that status, right? FICO 10 that's upcoming to be released the end of this month, the end of June, beginning of July, will also affect 40 million Americans negatively. It will drop 40 million Americans credit score. So if you know anything about our economic state, you also know that we have the highest rate of unemployment since the Great Depression as well. All right. So we will be in a credit crisis as well as a cash crisis as well. And meaning of cash shortage. A lot of jobs are being lost, never to return. I just read two articles that education will be very, very different. I'm from Mississippi. I just read an article from WLBT from our local news station here in Mississippi stating that kids or our students will no longer go to school on a daily basis, more at home learning. So you have to know what trends to follow. Kids will be in school in smaller groups, more virtual learning from home. So education will never ever look the same again. The job market will never ever look the same again. Our economy is forever changed as we know it, right? So let's get into what FICO 10 will present, how you can use credit in this crisis and in this time for emergencies, right? And to get rich in this recession. Now is the time more than ever to use credit to leverage, but some people will have no other options but to use credit to leverage, and they will have to use credit to live for their livelihood, just to live, just to survive. So I will get into the second stimulus real briefly, real quick, but we will discuss credit as well, right? Yes, the Biggie Boss said that educational will be more technical. So the number one question that I often get is about my credit analysis, right? I offer credit analysis for those persons who are interested in working with me because, as I always state, this is not a done for you, it's a done with you, right? Meaning that all of your information on your credit report is confidentiality, and that it has to be some help, some assistance from you in order to know what accounts are on your credit report. And so you have to do communication, emails, being able to save PDF, upload documents in your credit restoration process. And why not? Why not have it that way? You was hands-on in creating your credit situation. So you should also be hands-on in improving your credit situation, right? So the credit analysis is for a small investment of $75, and it is an investment because most people with bad credit are paying higher interest rates, and they are being taken advantage of from high interest rate loans, or what I call predatory lenders, right? So it either you're going to pay the investment to improve your credit, or you're going to pay the cost of having bad credit, right? You're going to shut yourself out of that American dream. So my mission is to improve your credit and cash flow situation, right? Your credit and your cash flow situation. Biggie Boss says, thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. Biggie the Boss says, I'm currently in sales for a large corporation. I have been on top of 10% during my time, and I need a lane to jump into for a home-based business that is lucrative. Thank you, Queen. I will share the making money from home-based business that also include credit cards as well. Biggie Boss, thank you again, Queen, for that $9.99 super chat. Let me answer the frequently asked questions, and I will cover the home-based business. So just stay with me all the way to the end. Yes, credit cards. Mr. Mentor has on my YouTube channel has coined that phrase that credit cards are now known as leverage cards. People, we are using credit cards to leverage, so we can stop using credit cards to buy things that depreciate in value and start using credit cards for things that appreciate and more particular that will bring us cash flow, right? If you've been following me for any time, you know now cash is not king because prices are rising daily. I just saw the price of gas increase today here in Mississippi from 135 about a week or two ago to now $1.61 a gallon, right? So we see almost a 20-cent increase with that on the gas price. Your grocery prices are rising, especially on your meat products, right? So Clorox, all of this is called inflation. So your dollar, what that means is losing its purchasing power, which means what $1 used to purchase and buy, now it's taking five of those dollars. So now you need cash flow, right, to make up for the purchasing power or the increase of pricing of your goods and services that you use every day. And now that education is changing and kids are going to be at home more, you're going to need, and back to this home-based business, people, you are going to need this home-based business. So your utilities, your groceries, you can hire your kids up to $12,400 to work in your business. You need to get that money back at the end of the year that you are getting back, or you'll always live paycheck to paycheck, right? So the credit analysis is a diagnosis, just like if you're going to the doctor, right? If you are sick and you have ailments, you need to know what's wrong, where to start. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of do-it-yourself products are outdated. They're antiquated. And they just give you a template, right? And it doesn't give you firm instructions, just tell you to dispute everything. And those methods are out of date. There are more than just the 609 credit repair method or the 623. Actually, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. What the Fair Credit Reporting Act is that it protects you as a Fair Credit Reporting Act protects you as the consumer to make sure that everything from your name to your social to the address reported, it's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, is reported 100% accurate, right? 100% accurate on the credit report, right? And so real quick, let me answer this question. Melissa says, good evening, Queen. I have signed up for the credit analysis and I followed your step. I'm like a kid. I did it. I was able to do the Cash App after I emailed you. Okay, Melissa, did you do that today? Or was that something that, I think I've already did your credit analysis, but I may be wrong. I do have a lot of them, right? So I do have a lot of credit analysis. Easy on my YouTube channel says a lot of people will be evicted from their houses and rental property, car repossessions after November elections. Easy may become sooner than November. You have a lot of things that schedule. I tell people all the time that July is not financial freedom month, right? After November elections, eventually will start in January after the 1-year pandemic protection expired. So the credit analysis, and back to the old ways of disputing things, right, is outdated. The Fair Credit Reporting Act have laws that start with from 601 all the way to 625. They have laws for everything that's customized, it's custom fit for you as a consumer to help you have 100% accurate information from the spelling of your name to your social to your address reporting on your credit report. Hello, Antonio on Facebook. So all of these laws start from 601 to 625. So if you are a person who only knows about 609 and 623 Fair Credit Reporting Act laws, and that's all that you are seeing, that's all the information, you have so many more laws that protect you. And that's why this information is outdated. And what often happens is 609, for example, is used for people that are victims of identity theft. It's not used to verify an account with blue ink bearing your signature. And that has been widely distributed and put out and falsely sold on the big marketplace, and that's why you don't get any results. John Farrow on YouTube sent $10 super chat. Thank you so much, John, with the message. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, John, and thank you, Biggie the Boss, for those super chats. Right. Well, it's not that the 609 method, right, is overused, right? It's that there is wrongly used. 609 says nothing about verify and a signature and with my wet ink signature. And also what people don't understand, only accounts that require signatures that are reporting to your credit report are repossessions, because you sign for vehicles, you sign into terms with the signature. Your mortgage, if you're a mortgage, you require a signature to enter into a mortgage agreement, and repossessions, mortgage, and student loans. Oftentimes, student loans are e-signature. Why would you want to use a signature for example, credit cards? Credit cards require no signature, just an application check of agreement terms in order for you to receive credit cards. It does not require e-signature. It does not require a physical signature. So in that case, it wouldn't work, would it? Even if it was valid, even if 609, if that was true under Fair Credit Report 609, it would not work for credit cards or collection accounts, because neither one of those accounts requires your wet ink signature. And also about debt collectors, right? Your debt collection debt does not require your wet ink signature. So that is widely misused, misabused, and misunderstood. So what happens is a lot of times people try to get these do-it-yourself products, and they just go on tangents and they dispute everything, and the methods are out of date. And so when they dispute everything, they awaken zombie debts or dormant debts, and which updates the date of last activity. Now it can hurt your credit score, because now it recalculates into your credit scores. So you only want to challenge and dispute accounts that are actually calculating. And what I mean by calculating is actually accounting and adding up into your current credit score. So you have to know what time frame and what accounts to dispute. You don't want to dispute zombie or dormant debt accounts, right? Good evening. What are my thoughts on factual dispute? I tried it before. Thank you. I don't have any thoughts on factual disputes. Mr. Fisher, I don't have any thoughts on that. Carissa, how much you should sign your credit repair services? I have 6 collections total, and addresses on my report are inaccurate. I want to sign up now. Thank you. Okay, I will share that link. You all are just coming right in. You're not giving me opportunity to go over the frequently asked questions. But I will, Carissa, I will do that for you. I will pull that up so you can see how to sign up, how to enroll for my credit repair services real quick. You simply go to my website. I have to get that credit analysis first. You select credit help. That's the 4th tab on my website. Select credit help. And then your custom credit analysis. All right. Need to see how many addresses you have. A lot of people don't know as well. I'm the only one that I know of that does this, that every address reporting on your credit report is lowering your credit score by 2 to 3 points. And also getting those addresses deleted also helps the removal of any accounts like a collection, like a charge off. Let's say that you receive your credit card statement at 123 Main Street, right? And at 123 Main Street, that credit card also got into a default. Let's say for 6 months, it was a charge off. That's where that address is connected to that account. So getting that address deleted, even and if it's even better in the event that you have moved from that address or you receiving mailing at a new current address, will also help get those accounts deleted as well. So not only is it helpful with the address removal or deletion to get accounts deleted, but it's also helpful in adding points, 2 to 3 points on your credit report. I have did nothing but address deletion for some clients, and they've had so many addresses, whether it's because they're military or just a person that has moved around a lot, and that has increased their credit score from 10, 15, 25, all the way up to 50 plus points, just the address removal. So what you do, you select buy now for your custom credit analysis. Because it's a cash app payment, you have to include, because I don't like the fees with PayPal. They charge me too many fees, so I get everything with cash app. Include your name and email address in the notes, right? Do that. Pull from this credit report. It's $1 for 7 days. I use this report only because I have a software system that I help calculate or produce your credit analysis with. It's in PDF format, and it also has credit education with it as well. I also have a video explaining how to email me your credit report. This is the video right on my website. Just click on the link in HTML format. After you pull your credit report for $1 after 7 days. And this is also the written instructions on how to email me your credit report. And again, it has to be in HTML format. I also have a message, right, of discrepancy to allow me, after you had emailed me your credit report, allow 2 to 3 business days. After I do that, I give you a credit analysis, and included in it is your quote to continue with my credit consulting services. So, Carissa, I hope that helped you. All right. Let me look at these questions as I log back in. A bill in Sacramento, California could lead some landlords be in order to lower rents by 25%. That's interesting. 25% for the entire year. That would be interesting if that passes. I'm pretty sure that landlords would not want to lower rent by 25% on my YouTube channel, but that's just a good indicator of where the economy will be headed, right? Or where it probably will lead to. Fisher said, thank you for being transparent. I have a 769 credit score. What can I do to get 100? Living below. Answer this for me. What are you going to do with the 800 credit score? Because my philosophy is do not die with 800 credit score. And what I mean by that is, you're welcome. What I mean by that is don't die with the 800 credit score is that, I'm trying, Curtis, I was trying to make you moderate on my page, but it seemed like every time I click on it, it's not going to allow me to do that. What I mean by don't die with the 800 credit score, people, I understand that if you never, I've had 823 credit score, right? Work with a coworker who was 5 points from having a perfect 850 credit score. You know, you feel a little bit confident when you have an 800 credit score. You feel confident that you can walk into a bank, or you can get the job you have with a high credit score if it requires credit approval, or you can walk into a bank or apply for a credit card without getting denied. You have a little bit more pride when you get in that 800 credit score range. But my philosophy is, right, use your credit to create cash flow. In other words, use it to invest in assets. Assets are things that put money into your pockets. Liability are things that take money out of your pocket. So if you look at your purchases with a credit card, and if you had a yard sale with the purchases that you made, how much would you be able to get back for those purchases? If you had a yard sale, how much could you sell them for? Could you sell them for more for what you purchased them with? Or do you have to sell them for less, right? So that's what's going on with Leon. Maybe I missed something. Somebody, you know. And I said that to say this. Don't just have an 800 credit score to have a low interest rate vehicle, a low interest rate mortgage. Get a 800 credit score to get more houses so you can be a landlord, right? Not just one house. Um, and so you can invest in a home-based business and you can lease vehicles, right? Versus buying them and then get money back at the end of the year for the vehicles that you're leasing through a home-based business through tax write-off. Get assets. Use your credit cards. I have this credit card balance transfer from PenFed that I was showing last night, and this is the check. They one of the checks for the balance transfer offer. Make sure my address is hidden. 0%, 0% for 18 months at 0.9% interest, or 0% for 12 months. And I can write this check out and subscribe it to myself, and this check now turns into cash when I deposit into my checking account. So learn how to liquidate credit limits into cash. And now I'm going to use that cash to invest in Bitcoin as an investment. Now, I'm not giving you financial advice. That's what I'm doing with my cash. And I use credit to invest in my condo this year, right? So I'm still trying to get to my frequently asked questions. You all are not getting. Let me get there. You have so many questions. Okay. Curtis said, I'm trying to get to Curtis graded. One collection. Yeah, Curtis said with the 730 score, be able to approve with $25,000 with SoFi. But Curtis, okay, one collection, he said, dropped his credit score from a 717, just one collection, to a 677. So you got to know that's over 30 points, one collection. So, and I see a lot of people with collections on their credit report that's dropping their score by 30 or 40 points. And the collection may be a $40 collection or a $50 collection, right? All right, so my second frequently asked question, my most frequently asked question is credit restoration legal? Is credit restoration legal? I'm typing this in. That's my most frequently asked question. Jesus, thank you for thank you for answering those questions for me. Alexandria, Jesus is taking care of that question for you. I did see it, but I want to stay on topic, and I will answer that as I answer this question. Yes, it is legal for credit restoration. It's the best way to actually exercise your rights under the Federal Credit Reporting Act and the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair and Accurate Credit Reporting Act. See, you all don't know it's more than two. The laws were put in place to protect you and consumers for intrusion of the credit bureaus into your lives. So you all don't know you have the rights of privacy as well. And before any accounts be reported to your credit report, they have to make sure it's 100%, not 99.99, 100% validation, 100% accurate. They can't just intrude into your life and just add accounts on your credit score, but oftentimes they do. So they also provide each of us with checks and balance systems, giving you the right to question every validity, accuracy, and ownership. Every validity, accuracy, and ownership of the information being reported on your credit report that's being sold to others, ensuring that only information is, again, 100% accurate and verifiable. That's why when debt collectors call you, their first question is to identify your social, your name, and your address. That's why the first question is, hello, am I speaking with Ms. Deloach today? I don't say yes or no. My response is, I ask who's calling. Well, we would like to verify the last 4 digits at your social. Are these the last, ma'am? Sir, I do not verify my social security number with anyone on the phone. It is private and confidential information. Well, we have your address on file as 123 Main Street, New York, New York. Is this your correct? No, I don't verify any of my address. Anyone, a stranger, I don't know who you are, and I'm not familiar with your business. And a lot of times people get caught up with debt collectors, and now debt collectors have the legal right because you have verified and validated who you are by phone to report those collections on your credit reports. So when your information is being sold to others, your credit profile has to be 100% accurate and verifiable and being provided to potential lenders, employees, and what you all didn't know is insurance agencies as well, so that you and I are not being unnecessarily overcharged. It's called subprime lending, overcharged for lending or insurance premiums, or denied employment due to inaccurate or erroneous credit reporting, right? So that's the answer to the question, is credit restoration legal? Alexandra, let me get to your question on YouTube. I do see a question about the second stimulus, you all, but let me stay on topic with my most frequently asked credit repair questions, and I will get into the second stimulus. Just stay all the way to the end. But the question I will address, if there's a second stimulus, what do you suggest we do with it? Invest, try to get in real estate. Any advice is appreciated. You're welcome. Definitely not real estate right now. Someone just put that, a bill in Sacramento could lead to 25% lower rent reduction. Landlords are just having issues right now with getting quality tenants. And I actually read an article today that said home sales had increased by 17%, right? Good time to finance a house. Well, Claude on Facebook, yes, it is. And I will discover that mortgage rates are at an all-time low at 3%. It is a good time to finance a house if you know that you're going to have, a lower interest rate, a very creditable and dependable job, and you have the good credit score, because the FHA also changed the credit score requirements from a 620 credit score to now a 680 credit score, right? It was just 620 at the beginning of the year. Now it's a 680 credit score. And if it's a conventional loan, it's a 680 and a higher down payment than 3.25. FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac was 3.25, 3.5%. Conventional loans are a little higher. And I just did my YouTube live on yesterday that Wells Fargo, one of the biggest mortgage lenders, are actually cutting back on their mortgage loans, right? So I'm gonna try to stay within the topic. Let me get to Jesus answered that question for Alexandra. He said, are you living paycheck to paycheck? How much money do you save? What's your cash flow? I think the question is business credit a good idea in order to purchase real estate? I'll get on that later. Let me stay focused. Let me stay focused with my frequently asked questions. And you all just have to stay all the way to the end. Nurse Shannon on YouTube, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Love it. YouTube, thank you all so much. Credit Revival Queen. You all giving me another name, another brand. You all have also branded Credit Church. Credit Revival Queen. Yeah, and I like that. I like that, Nurse Shannon. I need to write that down. Mr. Mentors said we have leverage cards. I like the phrases that you all come with. And Nurse Shannon says credit Revival Queen. Revival is a person who is alive but unconscious. Wow, what a great definition. A person does not realize their credit is the same. People can be unconscious and completely out of touch, with the power of credit. Thank you so much, Nurse Shannon, for that catchphrase and that $20 super chat. All right, my second most frequently asked question is, can information really be corrected or deleted? And I have written down these answers because I want to be prepared. I want to teach you all tonight from my credit reports. All right, so can information really be corrected or deleted from my credit reports? This is my response and my answer to this most frequently asked question. Absolutely. Absolutely. Information can be corrected and deleted from your credit reports if it's not, again, 100% accurate, if it's misleading. Another thing, if it's outdated. You all need to know the statute of limitations for accounts, especially debt collectors and collections accounts remaining on your credit reports, right? They can be outdated. And I also, YouTube, I need you all to hit the thumbs up. I think I'm only seeing 10, if that's correct. So hit the thumbs up for me. If it's outdated, if it's obsolete, it can or no longer be verified. And that's directly from the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws. Right? Fair Credit Reporting Act laws. If it's not 100% accurate, if it's outdated, if it's obsolete, you gotta know what obsolete means. If the account number is incomplete as well, or it can no longer be verified by federal law, it must be updated or removed, right? Updated or removed. So Rico, hi, this is Rico. I know you live, but just want to know if you got my. Oh, Rico, I did. I received your payment. I am live. I will get you started in the morning, ASAP. Queen of Attraction, like that profile name. I'm new, but very interested. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribed as well. I already hit the like button. My second most commonly asked question is, are credit bureaus, and I'm going to tell you something, a government agency? Now, let me clarify that they are not legally, right, called credit bureaus, but that's the name that we are used to and accustomed to hear them referred to. They are not credit bureaus. When you think of bureaus, you're thinking about FBI, you're thinking about a government entity. They are credit agencies, and they are not government entities. A lot of people are afraid to challenge them, right? Government entities, right? So they are simply private owned companies who make big money, big business off of reporting bad credit and selling your credit to predatory lenders. Predatory lenders are considered anyone that would give you high, astronomical high interest rates, meaning double digit interest rate, whether it's 10%, 11%, 18%, 20%, or 25%. That's subprime lending, predatory lenders, and these private owned companies make big billions off of your bad credit versus people with good credit, because people with good credit get very low interest rate, or like myself, get 0% interest rate. And I don't even need an 800 credit score to get it. And I tell people all the time, my credit score will always fluctuate because I use my credit to get assets. So I'm always getting the bank's money. And whenever you use the bank's money, it will lower your debt ratio reporting, or the amount of debt that you have reported on your credit report. That will lower your score. But that's not my end game, right? That's why I keep a clean credit profile, and I'm not concerned now. Now, when I got my 800 credit score, of course, you want to build that, you gloat in it, but you understand what's the purpose of having a high credit score is to create more cash flow in your life, to get you to invest and not spend. So again, they are a private owned company who make big business off of bad credit, right? All right. Rico, my wife, joined Latoya, and I've spoke with her. Okay, she texted me to get started. Jacob Seed, I just discovered your channel. You have a lot of knowledge. Thank you so much. YouTube, how do I purchase for your services? Um, Go to my website, www.fixmycredit. And Azus, if you stay on to the end, if they ask that, then will you just type my website in for them so they can see? And go to fixmycreditandcash.com. Get started with credit help online. Credit help. Hit that tab, and all of the instructions are there, right? So thank you for discovering my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. So no, credit agencies are not government entities. What if a charge off is outdated or past through a limitation, past the statute of limitations? Can it be removed? Yes, I think I answered that earlier. Can accounts be deleted or removed from your credit reports? I think I answered that question earlier. All right, next on to my next questions. Is there anything that credit business can do that I can't do for myself? And I think that's a great question. Can do that I can't. It may not do for myself. So that's when you have the do it yourself credit repair debate versus the done for you, right? That's when you have the DFY, done for you, or DIY, do it yourself, debate. Now, let me say this. Most people that advocate for people to do their or fix their own credit, 9 times out of 10, they're not reliable because they've never fixed anything of their own. How can you advocate for someone to fix their credit when your credit is broken, right? That's number one. You always have to consider the source. You always have to consider the source. Then you have to consider that this person's credit profile is not the same as yours. It's not the same as yours. So just because they got a Wells Fargo charge off deleted, for example, with themselves, doesn't mean they can get your Wells Fargo charge off deleted, because your Wells Fargo charge off, for example, has a different balance, a different charge off date, a different account number, totally different status. So credit restoration and repair is not a one size fits all. It's like your fingerprint. Everyone has a different fingerprint. So specialized credit consultation, or what I do, is simpler service. There is nothing, and with this being said, there is nothing you can't do for yourself, right? However, most people don't have the time, they don't have the patience, and they're not knowledgeable of the laws to deal with credit reporting agencies. And this is where I help. For example, I'm noticing that Equifax is playing this style game with a lot of my clients by sending them letters in the mail asking them to resubmit their driver's license or social security card, right? They play a game because they want to hold on to that bad credit, because again, that bad credit is more lucrative for them than allowing you to have good credit. All right, another question Jay asks on YouTube: are collections the same as charge off? As you did answer that about collecting, but a collection is not the same as a charge off. Accounts can show both collection / charge off on credit reports. And what that means is the account was charged off by the original furniture or the original creditor, and it was sold also to a collection agency. So you have a two-sided sword or a two-headed monster to fight if an account shows collection / charge off. First, you have to challenge or dispute the charge off status, and then you also have to challenge and dispute the collection agency or the debt collector that the account was sold to. So Jay, I hope that answered that question for you. That's a good question. All right, can you give me an estimate for your fees in removing collections and late payments? Now, everyone, when it comes to working with me and my consulting services, because you have a different credit profile, you also should expect a different, I guess, um, status of getting accounts removed or deleted. So my fees, number one, are based on how much negative information that you have to challenge or that you have to dispute. I like to use the word challenge. I prefer challenge, but most people know about disputing because I challenge the accuracy. I never come from a angle that this account is not mine or show me in blue ink there my signature. Again, if you didn't create that account with your signature, then why would you dispute it or challenging it, requesting for a signature? A great example of that is credit cards. So estimate of fees depends on, everything is custom. No one has the same fees because no one has the same credit issue. I wouldn't charge a person with 3 collections, for example, the same price with someone that have 30 collections. And I have seen credit reports with 32 collections in charge out. It doesn't require the same work, the same effort, or the same time. So the pricing will be different. And that's why everything with me is customized, right? So that's why you will have to get that credit analysis in order to get an estimate so I can know exactly what exactly needs to be challenged on your behalf to help you restore your credit. Curtis says, do not waste time in DIY, but Credit Queen has knowledge and good professional fixes in a short amount of time. Curtis, thank you so much for that promotional um, uh, comment. Deloria DeLeon said, did you use her, Curtis? There are some people that have used me. So Living Below says, how can I start creating cash flow? I have about $55,000 credit from different credit cards. Living Below, stay to the end. I answer that for you. And I think that's a great question because you won't believe how many people have credit or they have cash and they really don't know where to spend it. When you start shifting their mindset, giving them a different mindset of what they can do with their credit, they really don't know. Honestly, they don't know where to put it, where to invest. And so I will answer that at the end. Okay, I can't even get to my frequently asked question for so many questions popping up. I had a collection removed and put back on a different collection agent. Yes, it is. They resell the debt all the time. And when the debt is resold, then, and I'm trying to see, was that one of my questions? And I can go ahead and answer that. But when the debt is resold, it does update your date of last activity when it's resold to another debt collector, right? And that will be replaced on your credit report, right? Jesus says a lot of people don't even know what cash flow is, which is a sad situation. Jesus, comment or type in what cash flow is, and for a minute I will post that. Muhammad said, I just got an email from Credit Karma to inform me about this new collection agency account got posted to my account. I never got a call or mail from the collector to let them know, to let me know about the account. That happens all the time. You were supposed to receive a call or a mail. Now they may try to call your phone. Maybe you wasn't responsive or you did not answer. Periscope, do me a favor. If you're watching, just hop on over to my YouTube. We're going to stay live on Facebook, but Periscope, hop on over to my YouTube for me. Just let me log out Periscope. All right, so that person can get a more interactive experience. And so there are legally by law supposed to make you validate the debt, but that's when credit restoration comes into play. You still, through the credit agency, can make the debt collector validate the debt. Now, understand the debt validation and the Fair Credit Reporting Act is referred to as debt verification. Validation is the debt Fair Act, the debt collectors laws. Let me try to think. The Fair Debt Reporting Act, right? The Fair Debt Reporting Act. Once they cannot get proper validation that legally omits you or makes you not responsible for the debt. So knowing the power of debt validation is great. It is great, and it will save you money, right? Um, all right. So my second most question is, how long does credit restoration take? And I'm gonna be honest. I hate this question because I often want to respond, how long did it take you to get bad credit? Like if it, I like this rule of thumb. If it took you 6 months to get a charge off report on your credit report, because that's how long it takes to report a charge off, is 6 months. You should be that patient of 6 months to get that charge off deleted. Or if it took you several months, because from what I hear, you have to go through financial classes or something before you file bankruptcy. If it take a process and steps to file bankruptcy, you should be willing to wait that long to get it deleted. But unfortunately, right, people want it to take months and years and weeks to build bad credit, but they want it gone in a matter of days, and some people in a matter of seconds or minutes. They're trying to get a home, then they found out in closing of the house that this new collection, and they give me a phone call, hey, Queen, I need this collection off my credit. You want this off in a matter of minutes or days? Sorry, it does not work that way, right? It does not work that way. So how long does credit restoration take? It usually takes anywhere from 2 to 8 months, all depending on multiple factors or many factors, such as how quickly can you communicate and correspond with me through uploading your documents or correspondence that you receive from the credit agencies, right? Number 2, because I have some people, believe it or not, they would get a letter, for example, they got in the month of April, right? And then they would email me the letter and say, hey, I received this from Equifax and it's June. I'm like, you got this letter dated in April. It's June and you're just not uploading this and showing it to me. So you have to be serious and you have to correspond and you have to do your part, right? Again, I cannot, for example, log into your identity IQ report, put in the last 4 digits of your social. That's a breach of confidentiality and it's fraudulent. So you have to email me your credit report and scan it, email me your updates from the credit agencies. The credit agencies, in cooperation to the time frame, they are allowed legally, right, to respond in an investigation of request when I submit on your behalf 30, here's the kicker or the key. Chili Davis on Facebook says yes, 30 working days. This is what people don't understand. 30 working days. The credit agencies by law, okay, Jesus, I see you later. Have a good night. By law, have 30 working days. Working days. Business days. So if the credit bureaus do not respond in 30 working days, which is approximately 45 days or 6 weeks, they have by law, then you have to email to me so that I can initiate a follow-up dispute to obtain verification of why they have not responded according to the time allotted. Now, those are also grounds for deletion as well, but just know it's 30 working days, which can mean a total of 45 days or up to 6 weeks before they by law have to respond. And what a lot of people don't understand is that Experian has, once you enroll or become my client, I ask you to create a free Experian account because Experian will give you notification of the updates online. So that means after you create the account, you have to log in and check your status online. And also know that if you receive updates in the mail, they would normally come in a large white envelope from the credit agencies, TransUnion and Equifax in particular, because Experian does like to report their updates on their website. All right, my last frequently asked questions, then I'm taking questions from the floor. How long does negative items have to stay on my report? How long does negative items have to, I didn't spell my right. How long does negative items have to stay on my report? How long does negative items? How long does negative items have to stay on my report? So the statute of limitations, that's for debt collectors, charge off, and collections, says that items can remain on your credit report, people, for up to 7 years. Up to 7 years from the date of the last activity. This is all comes into how to read your credit report. And I could just offer a class teaching that, right? Because if you don't know how to read your credit report, people, you don't know how to dispute your own credit. A lot of do-it-yourself products don't even teach you how to read your credit report. If you don't know if an account is a collection and a charge-off, if you don't know the date of last activity, then you cannot repair and fix your credit. If you don't know the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws, again, they start from 601 all the way to 625, right? So how long does negative accounts? Up to 7 years from the date of last activity. In a bankruptcy or Chapter 7 bankruptcy, people, longer than that, up to 10 years. Up to 10 years. So it's not 2 to 7 years, Mr. Mentor. Negative accounts stay on your credit report, collections, charge off, late payments, up to 7 years. And if it's a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, even 10 years. However, there are laws requiring that a creditor or a credit reporting agency keep any information on your credit report, and they can choose to delete it. So it does not have to be on there, right? Does not have to be on there. So they can choose to delete it anytime they want prior to the end of the statute of limitations. In addition, any information that you authorize my consulting services to dispute on your behalf is found to be inaccurate, unverifiable, or incomplete, also required to be deleted or corrected, and the statute of limitation does not apply to those accounts. Nurse Shannon, thank you again. Wow, she gave another $5 super chat. She says maintaining good credit is a discipline. It is a discipline. It's a discipline. It's not a one quick fix. It's a discipline. You have to know how to maintain. See, getting a good credit score is one thing. Then it's the next level. See, it's levels to this. I need you, whether you are watching this live or in the replay, to put in the comment levels. You can put the number 2 if you want to. Levels to this, people. It is levels to this. Once you get good credit, then it's a level to maintain it. Why would a person continue punishing themselves with bad credit? Thank you so much, Nurse Shannon, again, RN. Because to me, my philosophy is insanity. It's insane to live with bad credit. It's to me, that's just my definition. It's insanity to live with bad credit, right? Thank you again, Queen, for that super chat. After you complete the credit analysis and provide your fee to help restore a client's credit, are there other fees? No, with me, it's disputing everything that was put in the agreement, the contractual agreement to dispute until it's done. And through the home-based business, right, you cannot afford the upfront fees through the home-based business. You can pay month to month for only $79 a month to do the credit repair on a budget. If you cannot, or if it's more affordable to you to pay on a monthly basis, but you would not be working directly with me. Nadia B, thank you. She said a $75 initial investment, give you a very in-depth credit analysis. Everybody's credit profile is different. Thank you so much, Nadia B. I wish I knew how to add moderators. I had to figure it out on this. It just hit. So you all can answer those questions for me. But I'm left clicking, I'm doing everything. But everybody's credit profile is different. Thank you so much. Therefore, thus the credit restoration process will be based on your credit profile. Now you'll be this time, we're going to have to see. Let me click on it. I'm going to try one more time. Now it just said block you and put you in timeout, but it's not allowing me to add you as a moderator. But thank you so much, Queen, for answering that question for me. Jay, better are the different statutes? Yes, it is. With debt collectors, there are, and I had that somewhere. I don't think I have it with me, but there are different statute of limitations. For Mississippi, I think it's 3 years for a debt collector to be able to collect right on your credit report. So for different states, and I don't have that in front of me, but there are different. I do have a list of all the different statute of limitations for every state. Thank you all so much for coming. There's levels to this, right? It's levels to this. Nurse Shannon says 79 people watching. Come on, people, you all get a thumbs up, get more likes. YouTube love their algorithm, so take time to just get an X out of the live chat, go to the thumbs up, and smash that thumbs up button for me. And that supports the channel as well. Antonio says, I never learned that whenever a debt collector buy one of your old debt and send you a letter, yes, you can ask them. That's your right under Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. I got it right this time. I was stumbling with it a few minutes ago. Under the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, you can ask them that to prove the debt is yours. You have that right, because if a second-hand party or company is purchasing your debt from and they purchase it for dirt cheap, number one, from a first-hand party institution, providing that information is not legal until you verify and make it legal, because that first-hand company or business cannot provide that debt collector or that collection agency with 100% all of your account information. So they have to contact you or call you, whether it's email or by phone, to verify that that information is accurate, because they are given limited information when they buy or purchase your debt. Right? So great comment. Nurse Shan A2 watching, but on the 40 likes. So people just hit that X out of the live chat and hit the like button. And then you can come back in the live chat as you wish. Thank you so much, Latanya, for sharing. She's also in the home-based business with me. I just uploaded a video also explaining, Latanya, how you're supposed to upload your documents in the Credit Max program, and informing you all that the very first attempt will not get all negatives removed or deleted, more than likely, unless you don't have a lot of issues or errors on your credit report. So you have to continue to upload those documents, even if you're working with MWR, Making Wealth Real Credit Restoration Program. And again, people, you can sign up for that. It's like $80 a month. If you want the home-based business component of it, it's $228 one time, and then $119 a month, right? $119 a month to create more cash flow. All right, Rico said, let's get to the meat and potatoes. And then I think I'm logging off because it's getting late. What is the home-based business info? I'm glad you asked. Let's get into that. Because you need more cash flow in your life. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't need more cash flow? So Facebook, you may not be able to see this, but you can follow me. You can follow me on YouTube. You can see the background, the backdrop. I just got a sweet email that came through. All right, making wealth real, right? Now, instant pay raise. Why is it promoting that it's home of the instant pay raise? Did you all know, for example, that your paycheck get taxed 6.2%? With millions of Americans losing their jobs right now, or losing their hours, or losing their wage pay, right? They need more money out of their paycheck now more than ever. This home-based business is needed now more than ever, and it's the only home-based business, right? It's the only home-based business that can get you more money out of your paycheck through CPA certified, CF certified financial advisors, CFAs, and certified financial planners, CFPs, right? All of these abbreviations, algorithm, trying to stay with it. So, it's the biggest or the greatest financial crisis is happening in American history. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. So many people, greater than the Great Depression, right, are unemployed. The percentage wise is greater than the Great Depression. So why are professional athletes going broke? Why are most Americans just one paycheck away? That's why they're fighting for this stimulus. One paycheck away from the street, right? So let me make sure it's sharing my screen. One paycheck away. I don't think it's sharing my screen. From being on the streets. Someone on Facebook stated that 680 for a home. Yeah, you want like a 680 credit score for a home, and approximately, I would say at least a 720. Now with business credit, it's so many moving pieces. You just don't, it's just not a 700 credit score. You got to have less than 5 inquiries on every credit pro agency, meaning Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So the greatest crisis right now, again, is happening in American history. Making wealth real is the only home-based business that can give you more money out of your paycheck, right? So think about this. Is this system working for you? Have you been told to go to school, get a good job, get a good education? Then you get in debt early if you can afford to pay, which most people can't afford to pay for college outright because they don't have money saved. 1 out of 4 Americans don't have $400 in their savings accounts. So when they're sending their kids to school, right, they have to get in debt, student loan debt. So a third of your income now goes to pay your taxes. This is where making wealth real by adding the business to your paycheck. Now you're an employee and an entrepreneur, right? And it helps you to get less tax out of your paycheck, which means anywhere from $200 to $600 more every pay period. That's the average that people are receiving. So now what do people do? You're living paycheck to paycheck. You got a third of your taxes going to the government or the IRS or the Fed. Then you have a third of your taxes going to the secret income killer, which is inflation. Now, again, if you were with me earlier, you know inflation means increase of prices. So what do? You have to use credit to make up the difference. Now you can't leverage credit to create more cash flow. You have to use credit to live because you have 2/3 of your paycheck going to taxes every month, to the government, and then you have another third fighting off inflation, which is the second tax, which means increasing the price. And most people think their biggest expense is their mortgage. It's not. It's your taxes coming out of your check and inflation. So people have to use that credit to live, and they don't use credit to leverage. So now what this opportunity gives you is that the 228 one time, once you get that money back out of your paycheck, is instantly given back to you. And it's recurring every paycheck. Every paycheck. because now you have 475 tax deduction to claim versus just 9 if you are just an employee. See, America is built on entrepreneur. America itself is a corporation. So how will you be taxed? Will you be taxed by your social security number, or will you be taxed like a franchise or a business under an EIN number, employee identification number? And that's why the rich will always remain rich, because they know how to keep more of their money by paying less in taxes legally.
Income to the banks. So
then you give another third of your income to the bank to service your debt, because you're living paycheck to paycheck. So now it offers the Credit Max and Credit Restoration program. So what the Credit Max does, and I explained this earlier, is they also, MWR, on the monthly terms, will dispute for very affordable terms for credit on your behalf, right? For credit restoration on your behalf. Month to month usually means month to month results, meaning that if you need faster results, you pay upfront, right?
Every month.
But if those results, if you can afford to be more patient and may take a longer time frame, then this will be the program for you. And if you want to get your credit higher and your cash flow higher, right? So MWR has so many different ways to pay. I don't want to really get into that. I would suggest, however, okay, let's say you enroll 3 more people within your first 30 days that want to be a part of this home-based credit repair business. You get a $150 bonus if you do that within 30 days. And for each person that you enroll, and again, it's a one-time enrollment fee of $228, you get $50 of each person that you enroll, in addition to a $150 bonus. And if you do the same thing for 60 days, your next 30 days, you get an additional $450 bonus. Now, if you're on Facebook, you can't see the background, but I'm showing it visual on Facebook. So you do this within your first 60 days. Get other people who want the home-based business opportunity, and you also get an opportunity to improve your credit and improve your cash flow, right? They have so many different bonuses, so many different ways to pay, so many different ways to get paid, whether if I was clients, but I prefer if you all will find people who want to be in the business with you, to be customers. But it pays well for customers as well. You get one customer, the pay one time is $40, right? You get your second customer, $40. You get your third customer, and then you don't pay anything for your membership, which is $79 a month, right? So it's 3 and it's free. If you get 3 financial directions for free or 3 customers, and it's free. And then after your 4th customer, you get $40 and $10 of residual income. That's to infinity, meaning your 4th customer, your 5th customer, 6th customer, et cetera, $40 and additional $10 a month of residual income. Now, let me show you how, I think I can, that back office look. But again, it's $228 one time, 10 different ways to get paid. I think I'm gonna stop showing. And I just broke down some of the different ways, and you get to be private Facebook group. Credit and Cash Flow Team is the name of my team. You get private Zoom training, the support you need to be successful. And people, again, with FICO 10 coming, why wouldn't you open a home-based credit repair business, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Sean said we are witnessing a global reset. Yes, we are. This time right now, you can either build on your prosperity or your poverty. And again, at the end of June, your FICO, your credit score will change. Now, why don't a lot of people know that? Because a lot of people don't have credit monitoring services. The only time they look at their credit scores when they're trying to get approved for something. They don't have a free Credit Karma account or even Experian, right? So it is, Sean, you're right. It is wise to own gold, silver, and crypto. And the US dollar, well, that may be in some years ahead, but I don't. The dollar definitely is not king anymore. It's definitely not the petrodollar anymore because it's losing its purchasing power. Again, what $1 used to buy now is taking $5 to buy because prices are increasing. How can you dispute items from your credit report if the credit agencies don't report public records? I don't know what you mean by that. Everything on your credit report is public to you, Latanya. So the only public records I think you're referring to is bankruptcies, and they do still report bankruptcies on your credit report. Yes, debt is a big business that can be bought for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, use it from a bundle that collectors can collect them 100% of the debt or offer a payoff discount. It's still big money. And even when you agree to pay off a debt at discount, you still have to make sure that you're having an agreement where they will delete the account off your credit report, because paying a collection will not automatically delete it off your credit report at all. It's just going to report as a paid collection. Let me say this again. Paid collections do not delete them off your credit report. Rico, do you have an LLC set up for my real estate? I don't, Sean, have an LLC set up for my real estate. I have insurance. You don't need an LLC set up for your real estate if you don't have at least 5 or more multi-dwelling properties or multi-units. Queen, can I email you before you complete my payment summary for your service? You answer question tonight that I may need to add. Yes, send me an email at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. Or you can just go to my website and but that's my email, LDFL. Or you can go to my website and send me the information. All right, the biggest difference between FICO 9 and FICO 10. FICO 10 will calculate more of your debt. Again, FICO 10 is scheduled to come into play in July. July will not be financial freedom for a lot of people at all. It won't represent freedom. FICO 10 will calculate all of your debts and how well you are or how aggressively you are paying down those debt balances. So FICO 8, for example, and FICO 9 are calculating highly only your credit card debts. FICO 10 come into play is going to add in and calculate credit card debts at the same or harsher rating scoring scale, personal loans, vehicle debts, and student loan debt. See, in the past, you can have high student loan debt, even in the 6 figures, and still get approved for a mortgage. That will no longer be the case with FICO 10 comes into play in a couple of weeks. It's going to calculate all of your debts. It's also going to look at your 2-year credit history. Currently, your FICO or credit profile is looked at a 30-day or 60-day snapshot. It's going to look at your behavior and history of 2 years. So if accounts mysteriously get deleted or removed within 30 days, right, it's going to look at the 2-year history of how long that account was reporting. So that will definitely change the strategy of some people, how they're doing credit restoration, but not my status, because I've always did credit restoration and consultation based on that, these changes. So it won't change anything that I do. Once it's deleted, then it's always will remain deleted, and it won't be like a credit sweep that will just temporarily remove that account from your credit report after 30 days, and it can have the chances of reappearing, because what a credit sweep does is, if most oftentimes falsify that you are a victim of identity theft, and those accounts are a result of someone stealing your identity, and then temporarily the accounts will be removed. But once the investigation is done, then the credit agencies recognize you're not a victim of identity theft. You, in fact, made these fraudulent or negative accounts, and they replace them on credit reports. So I never do it from a credit suite, identity theft, false standing, unless you are truly a victim of identity theft, right? But Rico, that's good. You have your properties in the LLC. It's not needed unless you have 5 or more properties. You can easily get insurance for cheaper, because a good attorney, even with the LLC for your real estate properties, in court will tear that apart. So it's more beneficial to have protection insurance as a landlord. All right, Sean says I use my EIN versus my Social Security number using my ELC. Sean, that means that you definitely have to have your credit financials in place. Your business should be over 2 years of age. You should have your credit statements. Now, even for mortgage loans, for people that are self-employed, that you all know this, for FHA lending for self-employed, you must have a CPA to certify and write off on all of your financials to get approved for FHA mortgage. Now, this change just happened this week with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. You must have a certified financial planner or a CPA to approve your financials. So in the past, you can just pretty much say, this is how much income I made for the year, whether that was true or not. This is how much debt I can have. But now it has to be for approval of real estate loans. FHA for self-employed, you must have a certified financial accountant to write that out, right? So you can get business credit cards that do not report on your personal credit, and you can use your personal credit to get approved for business credit cards, which I suggest, and for especially businesses that do not keep good accounting and cash flow statements, right? And for businesses that are young, meaning that you're not of age of 2 years or older of having a corporation. So LLCs, when it comes to landlord, means very little when it comes to protecting you against tenant, because if that tenant has a great attorney, they will rip your LLC and your operating agreement rip it in half. And so it's better to have insurance, protection insurance. So do the business credit cards, go off your personal or EIN. Battle. Let me first make this disclaimer. Some business credit cards will report on your personal credit report. Like one of them is Capital One Business. So that's not true in all business credit cards. American Express, I think Sean mentioned he had American Express, will not report. Chase will not report. And there's some more business credit cards that will not report. But that's not always true. U.S. Bank, for example, business credit cards will report, or will they not? But there are business credit cards that will report on your personal. All right, and so that's why I always tell you all, you have to know who you're taking advice. Sean LLC has been established for 15 years. So he's able to get business credit without using his Social Security or his personal credit. So if your business haven't been established with that longevity, then that wouldn't be the chess move for you. Again, we're playing chess, people, in this financial crisis, not checkers. You need to make chess moves. What fits your situation? And get some knowledge. LLCs do not protect landlords, and you don't need them if you don't have 5 or more investment properties. All right, Latanya Kearney, thank you so much, Queen, for the $9.99 super chat. She wrote, the Queen of Credit is wealth of knowledge. I have learned a great deal about true wealth and business. I have increased my cash flow. Thank you so much. And income, Latanya, I hope you did that W4 wealth already through MWR. And I'm looking forward to you building your business to get more people to join under you, because that's where the cash flow in. That's where the money is. Get more people who are looking to be business minded. Stay tuned into the private Facebook group. Attend the Zoom meetings, right? If you want to be successful in business, you have to learn from people that's doing business And again, a LLC, you don't have to have an LLC or a C Corp to get those 475 tax deductions. Actually, you get more tax deductions and more money through a home-based business than you would a C Corp or a corporation. Because a C Corp or a corporation, you cannot pay your kids or your children up to $12,400. For tax benefits, which is better, sole proprietor, absolutely not good for tax benefits. Sole proprietor is the highest tax bracket. So is an employee. Tax anywhere from 30 to 40%. LLC, I don't give tax advice, but the best tax bracket, in my opinion, is to have a home-based business, right? One of my clients earned gross $148,000 and still was able to get a $3,000 tax return because of the home-based business tax deduction. Nurse Shannon, again, thank you so much. Again, another $10 super chat. Queen, thank you, Queen. The time education given for free. Thank you so much. People will pay $1,000. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I am getting fatigued, trying to keep my energy level, but I'm getting fatigued. So this is my last question. I hope this helped you out with the frequently asked credit repair questions. In the long term, fixing personal credit, best case to start to approve for large loans or business loan. Fix your personal credit and then get your business credit cards before you think about business lines of credit or business credit. Anthony on Facebook says it's 6% a good rate for a car loan. I think not. You can get used car loans right now, especially through credit unions for 1.9%. New and used car loans, 1.9%. So I don't look at 6% as good for a car loan on Facebook. Rose Fisher says, hello, I sent you an email Sunday night, plus paid the fee for credit repair service. Just checking in to make sure you received that. Rose, did you send and email your credit report? I get that. That's one of my frequently asked questions. So let me type your name in my email database, Rose Fisher. If your email is Red Song, I don't think this is you. Well, I mean, yeah, it is you. Sent this email, had to pack up and move from the place I was renting. You sent this Saturday. Ms. Rose, I sent you your credit analysis on March 2nd, 2020 at 7:28 p.m. to your email, redsong17@verizon.net. I finally got my driver's license updated with the new address, plus updated all my accounts to reflect the new address. I now have mail and the current address being made. I also joined MWR. So Ms. Fisher, if you join MWR, have you done the steps you need through MWR to allow them, since you joined, to begin working on your credit? Because MWR does not require the notarized information. That's something I require, something I do. That's my secret sauce of getting accounts deleted quicker. But you're still telling me you'll get the notarized information requested on Monday, June 1st. However, I don't have a utility bill, including the rent. I really appreciate it. So I'm not sure what you're asking me. When you sign up for MWR, because you're signing up, it would be best if you set your Credit Max account through MWR. So this is the last thing I want to do. I'm going to walk her through that. Again, with MWR, you do not have to, let me log in. You do not have to get notarized. That's what I do, Queen of Credit. That's my secret sauce of getting address deleted and getting faster results. So this is not MWR thing. This is Queen of Credit thing. So you all won't get confused. MWR is the home-based business that offer credit repair. You can get paid to fix your credit as your credit gets fixed, rather. But me, Queen of Credit, directly working with me, Yeah, my glass is empty, man. This is how long I've been live. I drank all this water. I'm ready to I'm getting parched, right? The empty glass will it making me I'm getting thirsty as well because I have my lights on as well. Let me readjust this. So, Miss Fisher, this is for you and anybody else that's watching that maybe with MWR. This is how, real quick, in 5 minutes, and I'm out. This is how you, Facebook, if you want to see this, if you want the home-based credit repair business that you also get paid and can get paid while getting your credit fixed by having other people who want to be home-based business credit repair experts or business owners as well. And you can also go through their service personally. May take up to 8 months, or however it's on a month-to-month basis to get your credit restored, right? I do recommend this for people who want to make more money for home, who want to have more money out of their paycheck and want to have their credit improved. Some people just want the credit improvement. They don't want a home-based business. So this is what you do, Rose. This is your how-to instructions. Very first thing you do is go to this page. You follow a very simple 4-step process, right? You go to annualcreditreport.com and you sign up or you enroll for, let me make sure it's showing, annual credit report. This is this website, right? You enroll for your annual credit report. You save it in PDF format. All right, the second thing after you saved it in PDF format that you do is now you have to upload it to MWR website, Making Wealth Real. So you select member access here. These are your steps. You choose file, you upload a picture of your driver's license and your annual credit report. This is my credit report, right? This is what I uploaded. I did not need any services done or provided to my credit report. So once it's uploaded, now you will have a message that say, we highly recommend you check your email and your financial aids message center located in the menu at the top of this page, but it's not located in the menu at the top of the page to stay informed during the credit process. So what do? You can get their smart credit system today to keep your credit monitored. It's going to be $19.99 a month, or you can simply go to other free sources like Experian.com. You can sign in, you can create an account, you can get your credit scores, which are also FICO 8 for free credit score, but you will only have Experian. Once you get results from Experian, you can also upload those in the MWR website as you are getting your results. You have to send a screenshot or you have to save it in PDF format as well. And for Equifax and TransUnion, you can simply go to Credit Karma because Experian will only give you Experian scores. So you go to Credit Karma, you can also save your credit reports and your updates in PDF. Once you do that and you have it, your updates, you have to upload it back into your portal where it says upload. So if you don't get your results after the first 30 days or 45 days, because 30 days are business days, then you upload it again. It wouldn't allow me to do that. And that's how you go through credit, right? That's how you go through credit. So I'm tired. I'm logging off. That's how you do that with MWR. Miss Fisher, you don't need anything notarized for MWR. That's just if you're working with me directly, right? All right, you all have a great night. Queen of Credit out. We're going to leave on Sean notes. He said risk associated with making a loan. Credit analysis is governed by 5 C's, and that's true. Your character, your capacity, which means your income capacity, how much money are you making, your condition, your capital, again, your capital and your collateral, right? Should we be asking credit cards to eliminate waive fees at this time? Let me answer this last question on my YouTube channel. When you are deferring any payments, your credit cards, student loans, vehicles, mortgages, rent, that does not mean that they are reporting them late. You need credit monitoring. If you don't have anything else, you need Credit Karma and Experian for free. Get updates of your credit report, because there are a lot of people that, even though these loans are deferred and they will be due in July, that is still reporting as a late payment due to natural disaster and is lowering or dropping your credit, right, report. So, yeah, just want to make sure you did that. Miss Fisher, yeah, good choices usually relate to good credit. So just know these deferred payments are still reporting as late payment due to natural disaster, but it's still lowering your credit score. So you need to enroll in free credit monitoring. Yeah, good choices. Miss Fisher, you sent me a copy of credit reports. And Miss Fisher, let me try to explain this again. On March, I sent you a credit analysis. See, this is what I don't like about people. I don't understand why this is not clear. I emailed you your credit analysis in March, but when you paid for the credit analysis and then you chose to go through MWR. So Ms. Fisher, I hope I'm communicating that slowly and correct for you. Yes, you did. You paid for the credit analysis, and I sent you your credit analysis to work with me, and you chose to work with MWR, right? All right, good night, you all. Have a nice night. Ms. Fisher, make sure you upload those documents to MWR since you signed up with that to get started on your credit restoration journey. Here's to your credit cash flow, your peace and prosperity, and your health and your wealth. Queen of credit out. See you on the next live stream.